What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. Hot ass mess. Listen, I am getting so tired of this doctor and Gladys. Like, the way that they are playing Sasha is pissing me off. It's so sickening to see this. Like, they're making excuses for everything she's saying, putting it off like, oh, it's just delusions. Oh, you're delusional. You're having delusions. If I was Maxie, I would have pushed Gladys' ass out the way and ran up in that room. Because even Maxie feel like all of this is suspicious. Because it is. Now Gladys is not trying to let Maxie into the room. And here he go drugging Sasha again. I'm like, yo, this is so ridiculous. Because she was putting the pieces together and she knew that all of this started when she started seeing him. Once she started going to that doctor and taking the meds he prescribed her, that's when all this was happening. I'm like, yo, Gladys is going down. When all of this finally come out and they finally get proof, Gladys' ass is going down. She going to prison. Oh, she is going to prison. You know, if I was Sasha, even though she ain't gonna get no money out of Gladys, I would file the biggest civil suit against Gladys, and I follow the biggest civil suit against that doctor. The biggest civil suit. Like, it'll be so big, they great grandchildren will owe Sasha some money. Like, let's be real. Generational wealth, it'll be generational debt by the time they get finished. Like, I'm just saying, if I was Sasha, that's the route I would go, because I hate the way that they doing her. Like, it's so messed up. It's foul. Moving on from that, I'm glad that, you know, Cody finally opened up to Dante about what's going on. Because he knew something wasn't right. He knew something wasn't right. Because he felt like everybody kept telling Sasha she was doing good. You know, she's on the mend. You know, she's bouncing back. She's clear-headed. You know what I mean? So he knew that there was no way in the world that she could have just had this mental breakdown that fast. He knew it. He was like, no, it don't seem right. I'm glad he told Dante everything, like about the card game, about how he managed it for Miss Wu, and Gladys is in debt to Miss Wu. But it's not going to go well for him when Miss Wu find out that he said that. And you know she bound to find out about it. She going to find out he opened that big ass mouth and she going to get him. Oh, Miss Wu's going to get him. He better pray she don't find out. Because she found out that he not only did he tell somebody else, let alone a cop, it's a wrap for his ass. Like, I guess Sasha's worth it, because I'm like, dude, you are playing with your life at this point. You are playing with your life. Like, you are really playing. I hate how Dante be trying to act like a fool sometimes. Oh, well, you don't know Sasha. You don't know her that well to assess her mental health. Dante, shut up. That man has been around Sasha for a good minute now. They've been friends. He know what he talking about. Ain't no way in the world she just had this sudden mental break all of a sudden. Like, come on now. She's been on the mend. She's been thinking clearly. Dante, come on now. You know better. Even Sam is suspicious of all this. So Sam is suspicious and Cody is suspicious. Why aren't you? Don't be so dismissive. But honestly, I hope they get her out of Ferncliff though real soon, because she need to get up out of there. Cody need to bust up in there and maybe break her out. So anyway, moving on from that. My goodness. Curtis is really getting on my nerves. Like, he is really getting on my nerve. Like, banning Portia and Trina from seeing him. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, though, when Portia and Liz were talking, it kind of shocked me when they were making it seem like Curtis should be over the whole 20-year lie situation. That whole, you know, her keeping the paternity a secret or whatever, or the fact that he could have been Trina's father all this time. Why would they think that he was over that fast? Like, hello, it's a 20-year secret that he just found out about a few months ago. Like, why would you think that he would have got over that quickly? Like, hell no, I wouldn't have. Are you nuts? Like, he got a right to still be mad about that. And she got a right to still be pissed about him kissing Jordan. They both still got a right to be upset, but what they need to realize is, and what Curtis need to realize is, all that don't matter right now. You know what I'm saying? It really does not matter. He needs to move on from that for the time being. Like, this is a bigger issue. You know, so I'm actually partly glad that Portia was like, you know, she's not going to take no for an answer from him. and fight for her marriage. But my thing is, fighting for your marriage only works when the other person is willing to get in the ring and fight with you. If you sitting in a ring swinging that air because you don't have an opponent, but you ain't doing nothing but a sparring session by your damn self at that point. So it's like, if he ain't fighting with you, what's the point? You know what I mean? So I'm glad actually that Finn went in there to try to talk some sense into him, because Curtis seemed to think that all of this has nothing to do with addiction and stuff. I'm like, sir, you would be surprised. When people get into that mental that he's starting to go into, they start reverting back to old habits, like getting high. You know what I mean? So I get where Finn is coming from, because it can lead to you relapsing. It definitely can. Especially when you think that you have nothing else to live for and your life is pitiful at this point. You know what I mean? So I'm glad Finn talked to him and tried to be a friend and, you know, knock some sense into his head and tell him, like, he need to put his pride to the side. And that's what it is. He's so damn prideful. Ain't nothing wrong with having pride. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But ain't nothing wrong with having your family take care of you, too, when you know, need the help. If you need the help, ask for it. That's what people are there for you for. You know what I mean? They're there to help you. You know what I mean? He got to put that pride out the window. Even though a big part of me wished that Portia would just move the hell on from him, because the way he be talking to these females, I don't like it. The way he used to talk to Jordan, well, still talk to Jordan, and the way he been talking to Portia lately, he talk real strong to these women. I don't like that, because I'm like, listen, if it was anybody else, they would have put you on Front Street real quick. You know what I mean? Like, they would have smacked the shit out of him. Because I don't know anybody that would take that much verbal abuse from somebody, because that's pretty much what he dishing out at this point. So I'm glad she stood her ground to let him know, like, listen, when I said for better or for worse and I took those vows, I meant it. So I'm here, whether you like it or not. We're going to get through this, you know, and that's what it takes to be in a marriage. You got to be a strong person, you know what I mean? Because marriage ain't for the weak. Like, let's be real. Marriage is not for the weak. Everything is not all, oh, honey, I love you. It's not that every day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all going to be wanting to choke the hell out of each other. Especially when you've been married a long time now, you're going to be ready to choke the shit out of each other. But that's marriage. It has its highs, it has its lows, and sometimes its low can be very low. But, you know, it's how you bounce back from it. You know, when you go through the ringer with your spouse, like, y'all literally go through the mud, and y'all persevere, and y'all come out of that thing on top, it makes your marriage a hell of a lot stronger. It really does. You know what I mean? Because for better or for worse, really, it's like that. Because like I said yesterday, when you go through that for worst part, the worst could be bad as hell sometimes. That's relationships. It's how you get back up from it. You know what I mean? That's not a time to throw in the towel. This situation between Curtis and Portia is not the time to throw in the towel. It's the time to band together and be strong and be united. That's the only way they're going to get through, you know? But he want to be so damn hard-headed. Sometimes you just want to smack that hard head. So anyway, moving on from that, Molly is driving me crazy with all this baby talk. I'm like, listen, we get it. You know, it's a lot to process the fact that, you know, you're not going to have a baby naturally. I get it. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's what bothers me about Molly. Don't get me wrong, as a person, you're well within your right to change your mind about how you want to do things, but Molly has never been a conventional type of person. She's never been a traditional type of person. She does things untraditionally. You know, she does things very different. She's always been that way. So it's kind of baffling. You know, like I say, she has the right to change her mind, but I never thought that she would do things traditionally. You know, she wouldn't even get married. You know, she'd rather do the domestic partnership thing, which is cool. You know, marriage ain't for everybody, which is fine. But at the end of the day, I agree with Sam. Her and TJ are young. They're young. They have a lot of time to figure out what they want to do about kids. They don't have to make decisions right now. It's not like the biological clock is ticking like you're 45 or something and, oh, we got to have a baby now or it's going to be too late. You're in your mid-20s. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are in y'all mid to late 20s. Y'all got ample time to do this. So take your time. So anyway, moving on from that. Carly and Nina just need to fight, because the smugness that goes on between them is just hilarious. Nina could not wait. She was so eager to tell Carly about her visit with Willow. She was very eager to tell her, oh, I had a visit. You know, because Carly was all shocked and stuff like that. And I'm just like, ugh, the bitchiness between y'all. And, you know, Carly sitting there talking about, I'm going to get everything back that I lost. You took my life. She didn't technically take your life, sweets. Sonny is not something that can be took. Sonny walked his ass to her. He willingly went to her. And that's because you filed for divorce, rightfully so. But you chose to divorce that man. He chose to move on and get with her. She didn't take anything. The Metro Court. She did not take the Metro Court from Carly. Carly risked her 50% ownership for some dumbass stock, and that's how you lost it. She actually tried to give it back to Carly. Carly refused it. So she didn't take your life. You gave your life away. Like, that's what you did. You gave it away in a silver platter. So don't say nobody took nothing from you. I'm just ready for them to fight. I'm tired of these confrontations between them where they get into each other's face. It's like, why don't y'all just take off y'all coats and beat each other ass already? Like, please. I want to see y'all fight. Badly. So, moving on from that. I don't blame Maxie. Maxie, I do not blame her for being fed up with them kids. I seen that whole scene with them kids. I was like, listen, I would have got my good belt. Because no. All that fighting and no, you would have got your little ass tore out the frame with me. Cause I'm like, what is up with these kids? Fighting over tablets, going back and forth, threatening to turn off, throw out music or delete music. I don't blame Maxie. Maxie was like, listen, I need to go see my friend. Y'all need to clean up this house. I got to go. That was some parenting shit, because I remember that. Parent telling you, oh, this house better be clean by the time I get home. I remember them days. I remember that shit. That was a flashback for me. Like, even Mac was trying to get in between them. Listen, Felicia was not having it. Felicia said, Felicia said, listen, get y'all ass up in there and clean this house up and be quiet. She said, go clean. I ain't got time for that. I ain't mad at Felicia, because listen, all that bickering got to stop. What's his name? Lil James. He's sitting on the couch pouting and on. I'm like, boy. Georgie sitting over there just, I'm like, listen, y'all ass would have got lit up with that belt. Like, what is wrong with y'all kids? I love it though. Felicia was no nonsense with them little rugrats. But that was a funny ass scene. That was such a real ass moment right there. I loved it. It was so relatable. I said, oh my God, remember them scene. Like, if you got siblings and stuff like that, you know how it be when y'all fighting over something. And your parents just come in here ready to whoop ass. Clean up, get this together, go to your room, go, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I remember them days. But this is a pretty cool episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.